is a teacher tale, just so you're aware. Okay. Woo! Teacher tales. All right. Hi, Sarah Woody. Good to see you. All right. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. But this girl, she does. She sweats the small stuff. Okay, this little girl who's in my room, room 105 at my school. Thank you, coworkers. She actually has a mama who says these kind words of wisdom to her every single morning. Don't sweat the small stuff. But she does. She sweats the small stuff, right? So my thing is, I think that these words have infused some sort of vengeful riot inside her already super brazen brain. This is my idea, all right? Don't sweat small stuff. Okay. All right. So the emancipation of Mimi, that's what they call her in her family, Mimi. I think that it's all a fallacy. This little girl has the balls of a bull. Okay? But those balls are only taking her to a very thick-walled, four-sided room. That's it. Okay? So first day of the year, this school year, Mimi has her first tantrum in the school playing field. And all I said to Mimi, which her family loves to call her, it's really a me treat, Mimi, was, you know, can you just refrain, please, from like kicking fellow students as they're coming down the slide? Can you refrain from doing that? So my simple request, I mean, it was a demand, let's be serious, ended up in her giving me this fire and fury that is fit really only for people who fight dark wizards or something. I honestly was afraid that she was going to implode by the way that, or maybe her like brain juices were going to seep out of her ears just with the steam that was blowing out of those ears. She began to tap this slide so loudly that it shook and rattled the screws underneath. It was like, no joke, okay? So the second day of the school year, I know, honey, second day of the school year, it became like a battle of the books. So I didn't call on her during a math lecture. I'm sorry, Mimi. Okay. So she proceeds to reach over and grab a math book. It was her own. And she tore this math book to shreds. She did not just tear it in half or quarters or eighths. No. She tore it to shreds to the point that it looked like snowflakes falling in the air. Beautiful. And we all just sat there and stared in terror for 3 full minutes as she stared at us and ripped the book to shreds. Now, poor angelic L'Oreal, fellow student, I mean, she does have a potty mouth, but she's really wonderful. She unfortunately sits next to Mimi. And so L'Oreal's book actually became the focus of Mimi's fury. All right. Day 3, week 3 of the school year. Mimi had kind of a bad hair day. It was all about the bangs, okay? She had her bangs kind of splayed out in front like this. I'll just do like this to keep them here, okay? Kind of like that. Easy to play with. Yeah, real nice. Okay, all right. Now I told her, I said, Mimi, why don't you go, or I call her Mimi, why don't you just go to the bathroom and fix your crazy ASS bang? proceed to walk slowly around the classroom, picking up classmates' pencils and breaking them all in half while nobody was looking. Imagine their surprise as they came back from recess, all happy and giddy, and they come back to find their mangled, jagged-edged, cracked in the middle piece of a writing tool. Oh, I made her tape them up. So this little angel child, she really just makes me want to dance with glee every day. With glee, yay! I love that show too. And mainly, you know, she makes me kind of want to bop my head to this imaginary beat I have in my head. And it kind of came from the fact that every day, whenever she does get mad, she just kind of like, all day, just tapping that metal chair leg. Yeah! And I just kind of dance to it to make her real crazy too. Yeah! It's like the music kind of set to her mantra, or her mother's mantra, right? Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. Here she is, meanie. Couple of words. I don't care. Screw it. I'll rip the book. My book, her book, your book. Screw it. Don't look at me. What? I said don't look at me. That's my space. I stand in front. What? If you don't want me to push you, then don't stand in my spot. Yeah, I can roll my eyes. I can roll my eyes at you. I can too. I'm Mimi. And I sweat the small stuff. Now get back, heifer. I sweat the small stuff, boo. Thank you very much.